back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, July 31st, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. One of the coolest things about this part of the year as a baseball fan is that when you see your team call up some random guy from their AAA program, well, now all of a sudden he's got his shot to live out his dream right there in front of the hometown crowd. In 7 weeks from now, 212 powerhouse Samir Troudi will finally get his shot to live out his dream when he sets foot on the Olympia stage for the first time in his career. The latest updates from Team Troudi show the second-year standout looking like he's at his all-time best. Back at the start of the year, Troudi ripped off 3 straight top 3 finishes where it felt like he was really starting to come into his own. But now that he's been able to sit back and reassess the program, hopefully he can hit the mark and deliver a major statement this September at the Mr. Olympia. With the Tampa Pro only a few days away now, I'm starting to see all sorts of interesting little clips float past my desk here as these athletes start getting ready for action. But I have to admit, I haven't seen too many that made me slow down and pay attention like the ones I saw from Cleveland Thomas earlier this week. The classic physique standout is on pace to bring his best conditioning ever this weekend, which will probably be good enough to land him a spot in the first call-out once it finally gets rolling. Last year we saw this guy basically come from out of nowhere to crush it in his win at the Chicago Pro, so I wouldn't put it past a 100% Cleveland Thomas to creep out of Tampa with a big trophy in his pocket and an Olympia qualification on his resume. Whenever I watch the NFL or NBA draft, I always look at the guys coming in and ask myself the same question. Could they have made an impact on a playoff team last year? And pretty soon we'll find out if second-year men's physique star Kyron Holden is ready to make an impact in the IFBB's version of the postseason. The second-year standout is coming off a monster win a few weeks ago at the San Jose Pro, where he was head and shoulders above the group of athletes that were pretty damn good on paper. If you ask me, the men's physique Olympia lineup is right behind the men's open in having the least amount of wiggle room for an athlete to break into the top 10. But if this kid can show up at 100%, he might have enough talent to put himself in position to compete for one of those top 5 spots. When you're an athlete and opportunity knocks, you better make sure you're ready to answer the call, because those windows can close before you know it. But I get the feeling that women's physique all-star Dany Castilho knows that better than anyone. With her second straight trip to the big dance right around the corner now, the Toronto Pro champ looks like she's ready to take full advantage of the huge void left by Juliana Malaccarni's absence this year. Pound for pound, Castillo has one of the most complete looks in the entire division. And if we can get a 100% spot on Dany Castillo to touch down on the Olympia stage this year, I really believe she has a legitimate shot to be a top 3 contender. To quote the immortal words of Gandhi, "You've got to be the change you want to see in the world." And I think there are plenty of people out there who could learn a thing or two from classic physique standout Edgard John-Augustin, the man most people know by the internet handle Bionic Body. Yesterday, Augustin and his team released a short new training clip in celebration of International Chest Day, where they gave their fans an inside look at what their off-season program is looking like. Everyone that I've talked to tells me that Augustin is a class act on and off the stage. And if you can't get excited by seeing guys like this wake up every morning and inspire thousands of people to go out there and make the impossible become a reality, then it's probably time you sit down to reevaluate the things that are really and truly important in your life. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.